The pandemic may be top of mind, but that does not mean other issues have simply disappeared. So now local law enforcement is raising concerns about domestic violence.
Yeah, we have reported on several deadly cases this year alone. And as News 6's Crystal Moyer shows us, Orange County officials are encouraging people to ask for help before it's too late.
Sheriff John Mina says so far this year there's been a 4% decline in domestic violence calls, but he says that doesn't mean there's been a decrease in abuse within the community. He's afraid because of the pandemic, survivors may find it difficult to reach out. That's why Mina and other community leaders came together with Harbor House during a joint press conference to raise awareness about domestic violence.
The number of homicides related to domestic violence is slightly up this year. 10 homicides in 2019, and so far in 2020, 13 homicides. The group mentioning the death of 27-year-old Barbara Tomey, who was shot by her husband outside the credit union in Orlando where she worked last month. Her husband, Sylvester Afori, now facing a murder charge.
The most dangerous time for a survivor is when he or she leaves that relationship. If the victim had had the ability to get supportive services earlier, perhaps her family and our community would not have had to experience that tragic loss.
Harbor House of Central Florida is a domestic violence organization providing safe shelter, legal advocacy, and other services to help domestic violence survivors and their families. Harbor House CEO Michelle Spurzel says it takes courage to ask for help.
You can call our emergency hotline and it's an anonymous call. So you don't have to give any information about you. We'll ask you about what your situation is and do a safety plan that's specific to you.
During the pandemic, Harbor House has had to lower the capacity for its emergency shelter and has seen a drop in donations. With more layoffs on the way from large employers, Spurzel says domestic violence will only get worse and more resources are needed to help those impacted. We posted information on how to contact the Harbor House and its many resources on our website, clickorlando.com. In Orlando, Crystal Moyer, Getting Results, News 6.